Hi everyone, it's Valerie from Eartherella Soap and Candle Company. Today I am making a blueberry muffin soap. The fragrance I will be using is Blueberry Muffin by Nature's Garden. This is the most authentic blueberry muffin that I have been able to find. I've used it not only in soaps but in my lotions and bath bombs, body bombs, my soy candles and melts, and it turns out it just has a really great scent afterwards, and no matter what I've used it in. And it's a strong blueberry muffin scent. So, like when I'm melting a melt down in the downstairs, or if I have a candle that's a blueberry muffin candle, my whole house will smell like I am baking blueberry muffins. So it's a strong, authentic scent, and I really, really love it. So that's the scent I will be using today. My blueberry muffin soap, I have made these little blueberry embeds. I made these this morning. I did make two different colors. I originally was going to go with like a darker, more authentic looking blueberry, but this fragrance does tend to make your soap really dark brown, and I really wanted my blueberries to kind of pop a little bit more in my soap, so I ended up making a new batch of blueberries that are a little bit lighter in color, so they'll stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to get my gloves on and we'll get started. Okay, so I am, since I am using embeds inside of my soap, since I'm using melt and pour embeds inside of my soap, I will be soaping at room temperature today. So my oils and butters and my lye water, they're both at 75 degrees. So I'm just going to pour my lye water into my batter, or into my oils and butters. And then I'm going to mix. Okay, so my batter is at a thick trace, which is what I wanted for this particular soap, because I want my blueberries to kind of stay suspended within the batter. And I don't want them all sinking to the bottom, just having blueberries on the bottom of my soap. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour off some of this batter into another container. So the batter in this container is not going to have fragrance in it, because the fragrance definitely will discolor to a dark brown, and I want to kind of have this left, just this color in my soap. I'm going to have swirls of this color in my soap. So this one, since it's going to turn into a dark brown, I'm going to add all of my fragrance to this batter. And as you can see, it's a yellow right now. The fragrance is yellow. Kind of a yellowish brown, but it will discolor in about a week. After it's all done, in about a week it'll start to turn dark brown. It's the only unfortunate thing about this fragrance, as far as I know, any blueberry muffin fragrance, they all contain vanillin, which will turn your soaps brown. And this does turn to a very dark brown. So since it does already turn to a dark brown, I'm going to add a little brown to it. So when I cut my soap, I can see where the brown is and where that uncolored batter is. I'm going to use the chocolate chocolate brown mica powder by Crafter's Choice, which I get from Wholesale Supplies Plus. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. And give that another mix. Alright, so that's good for now. This way I can just tell where the different the different colors are when I cut my soap, which color is fragrance and which isn't. So my fragrance is in here, my colorant is in here. I have no colorant in this batter, and I'm going to pour in my blueberries. I'm going to put some blueberries in this batter as well. And then give them a mix. And I wanted blueberries in both, so just the blueberries aren't just in one of the colors and not the other. I want them to be fully incorporated into the entire soap. Alright. Now this batter is still pretty liquidy, because after I added my fragrance, it kind of made it more fluid. So I'm just going to let it sit for a few minutes. I just want it to get a little bit more thicker before I pour it. Okay, so I have my lined mold. And the first thing I'm going to do is pour in my white batter with the blueberries. I'm going to have that as the base at the bottom to start. Look at those blueberries, they look so pretty. So I'm going to let these sit in here for a few minutes before I pour in this batter, because this one is still pretty fluidy. Okay, so it looks like my blueberries are actually not sinking to the bottom like I thought they would. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to pour this batter into this. And it's going to make a swirl all on its own. I'm going to grab my spoon and I'm going to give it a quick spoon swirl. So some of that white comes up on top and some of the brown sinks down a little bit. I'm going to leave it just like that. To clean this up. I will be putting frosting, soap frosting on this. My soap frosting, I'm still debating on if I want to do white or like a double color. And then I will have blueberry embeds on top of the frosting. So while this is setting up, I'm going to go make my frosting. Okay, so my soap has set up just enough for me to put my frosting on. So I have my frosting all mixed up, and I'm just going to scoop it on with a spoon. And then I'll form it a little bit after it's all on. And to finish it off, I have this Gold Dust Enviro Glitter by Nurture Soap, and I have it in a little spray bottle. So I'm going to spray a little bit of gold dust on top. I just thought the gold with the blueberry muffin, I just thought it would all just tie in really nice. Get some on the blueberries. I love these little sprayers by Nurture Soap. They make handling glitter so much better. There you go. So here is the soap. I'll do a close up here. And now I'm just going to let it set for the next 18 hours or so, and I will be back tomorrow to unmold and cut it and see how our blueberry, how the blueberries look on the inside of the soap. Okay, it is the next day. My soap has hardened and it is ready to be unmolded and cut. So I'm going to unmold this. All right, so look at that. You can see the blueberries, the brown, and the other, like the lighter color swirl blueberries. Oh, I'm so excited to cut this. Let me grab my cutter. Oh, and it smells so good. All right, let's get this. All right, so let's cut this. Look at that. Do you see all of those blueberries throughout the soap? I love it. I love how you see like the swirls of the two different colors. Now the brown will get even darker. It will get to a really, really dark brown. But the lighter color will stay that color because I did not put fragrance in the white color that you see in the batter. So there's no fragrance in that, so that will stay that color. So it'll be a dark brown with the white swirl. Oh, I love these. They came out perfect. Oh, I could not be happier with how this turned out. Oh, the blueberry muffin scent. Oh, it's making me very hungry right now. So these are the final cut bars. before they head over to my curing rack for the next 4 weeks. I'm absolutely in love with how they turned out. I was afraid my blueberries were all going to sink to the bottom, but they didn't. They're throughout every single bar. I love the swirls that you can see in them. Like I said, the brown will turn a really dark brown, but the white part will stay white because I did not put fragrance in that part. I love the gold on top with the little blueberries. It just came out absolutely perfect, exactly how I had envisioned. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. I will have lots more videos like this. And please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.